Yes, thank you for calling the Irrelevancy hotline. Who would you like to report as irrelevant today? Oh, Jillian Michaels? Yes, she's already on our list. Thank you so much for your call. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll subscribe, come along for the ride. I put out new videos every day. So let's talk about Jillian Michaels because Lord knows she wants us to talk about her because otherwise, meh. I want to put a different spin on this conversation because in my opinion, everything that she says is really irrelevant. In my opinion, she is a used-to-be celebrity who is grasping at straws, grasping at an opportunity to become relevant again. And I'm going to break this down for you. And again, it's just my opinion, but let me know what your opinion is in the comments below. So she was on a popular TV show that exploited people who are morbidly obese, and she became very popular for her no-nonsense kind of style. And she put out some workout videos, wrote a couple books, even put out some diet pills, which she got sued for. So wait, you're against medication, but you don't have any problem making diet pills? Well, that seems odd. Spoiler alert, she's not against medication. And you can't make a diet pill, which is like the worst possible thing you can do to still maintain your credibility in both the fitness and the health world, right? I mean, it's an instant credibility killer for anybody who has a modicum of intelligence, right? If there was some diet pill that you could get over the counter, people wouldn't be obese, right? But they don't work. Many times they do cause you to lose some water weight. Many times they do have an appetite suppressant in them, so you may lose, a couple of pounds here or there. But all in all, they're not effective, right? That's why we don't use them today. But because she made the choices that she made, and because they actually studied the people who were on that show, and many of whom gained all their weight back and then some, which is whack. Right? Like it just completely crippled her celebrity status. So what do celebrities do when this happens? Well, after they get sued for a couple times for their crazy diet pills, and they sue their lawyers for screwing them over or giving them bad advice, which she did, and then they have to do one of two things. They either start having to do commercials, or they have to become inflammatory in the eyes of the public, which is what she's choosing to do. So she's not against the medications, right? If you think about it. I mean, let's really break this down to its most simplest logical form, which is where I excel. So when you're on a GLP1 medication, your doctor, obesity specialist, endocrinologist, what do they tell you to do? Well, if they're worth their weight in salt, they tell you to prioritize protein, to get in movement, exercise. Specifically, if they're good, they're telling you to resistance train, right? For that lean muscle mass, to stay hydrated. Who else says things like that? Fitness gurus, resistance training, stay hydrated, prioritize protein. If I had $1 for every gym bro that came across my screen squawking about protein, I could retire. I would be so loaded and I could share it with all of you, right? And we've all been there. We've experienced that. So really the fitness industry of all of the industries is set to gain from GLP-1s because we're getting people more active. We're getting them into resistance training and HIIT classes and Zumba and everything else under the sun in an attempt to get them healthier. So who is suffering? Fast food places, potentially grocery stores, right? Those are really the people that should be fighting against GLP-1s because it hurts their bottom line. If all you do is sell fried chicken and then a medication comes on the market that says, hey, by the way, don't eat fried foods while on this medication because it may cause you to be sick. If you're that fried chicken guy, then you're like, oh, this could hurt my bottom line. There's so many people on these meds, right? But it doesn't hurt the gym bros. It doesn't hurt Jillian Michaels. It actually helps her. So what would be the point of going on the news, making inflammatory, incorrect statements? Welcome to 2024, the year of rage bait. When a celebrity has reached a status in which they are no longer relevant, then they are left with a few options. They can start a charity, which would be my recommendation for her, right? Try to improve their image. They can try to get on another TV show, talk shows, podcasts, and they can start making rage bait content. And rage bait content is not anything new for her, right? I mean, she's always been a no-nonsense kind of person, which I consider myself a no-nonsense kind of person. But there's a difference between being no-nonsense and specifically saying things that you know is going to get you views. And you have to remember that if nobody talks about Jillian Michaels, if nobody watches her on the news when she does these little snippets about weight loss medication, if nobody listens to her on a podcast, then she doesn't get paid. So I am posting this to say, as a call to action for everyone, please stop talking about Jillian Michaels. Let's just encourage her to quietly step aside and make room for somebody who is accepting of GLP-1s, because there is absolutely a space for fitness gurus and GLP-1 medications to come together and create the ultimate health combo. We've yet to see it, but if you stick around on my channel long term, you may end up seeing it, because I might be that gal. I'm not that gal yet, but I've lost 90 pounds and I'm well on my way. So I think that's really what our society needs. We need somebody who's positive, encouraging, who has, who accepts GLP-1s for the asset that they are, to help level the playing field for those of us with metabolic issues. That's what we need. The time of the Jillian Michaels yelling at people, telling them they're eating too many calories and that, Ozempic is going to cause cancer, right? Those days are done. That was the early 2000s, honey. We're done. We've moved on. And in my opinion, she should too. So please do me a favor, stop sharing her stuff, stop posting her videos, stop talking crap about her. This is the only time that I'll be talking about her, just to address this specific issue, because it's just rage bait. And the only way she makes money and continues to be in the spotlight is if we give her that opportunity. I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And the link to the Positive Only support group is in the description box below. And as always, thank you for calling the Irrelevancy hotline. Be kind. Rewind.